स्टार्ट करते हैं। अच्छा वो
Okay. So what is the name?
माय नेम इज मोहित सर।
Mohit. Mohit, so please tell me about yourself.
Basically, I am from Rewa, Madhya Pradesh. About my family, there are four family members, including me, my father, my sister, and my mother. About my qualification, I had completed my graduation in Beta Computer Science from RGP University, and I had pursuing my internship for the last 6 months from Pro Skill Hub as a front-end developer.
What are the languages you're proficient in?
Can you repeat it, please?
What are the languages you're proficient in?
I am proficient in React.Js, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I also know some frameworks like Tailwind CSS, Prime React, and MUI. And about the verbal languages, I am proficient in English and Hindi.
So, Mohit, what are your hobbies?
I love to play video games, but as a front-end developer, I like to keep myself up to date with the new trends and technologies.
What are your strengths?
I am self-disciplined, self-motivated, and solution-oriented person.
What are your weaknesses?
My English was not so good, but I am working on it.
So, Mohit, are you a fresher or do you have any experience?
I am experienced because I have 6 months experience in the front-end developer in ProSkill.
So, why should we hire you?
Mhm. As I'm searching for the front-end developer roles, I have go through your post which require the front-end developer, which is more than experience of 6 months. And as I'm experienced and I know that my skills which is required and perfect fit for your job.
इसमें प्रोडक्ट्स की एप्लीकेशन में क्या है कि ये ई कॉमर्स ऐप है। इसमें हमने क्या किया है कि हमने जो भी डेटा है उसको स्टोर बनाया, स्टोर बनाया जाता है, उसके अंदर
Why do you want to switch the company?
पेरेंट चाइल्ड कंपोनेंट की जरूरत नहीं है, वहीं से डेटा वो फैच करके
In my
मल्टीपल
last
कंपोनेंट्स
company,
में
I have the
रेंडर करते हैं।
best team,
जैसे इसमें हमने
but
ऐड
I
करा
feel like I'm at the saturation point of my
हमने
knowledge,
यहाँ पे
so I want to
कार्टून में
explore
ऐड
more about my field. That's why I'm
और
switching to
ये
now.
इस पे मेरा
Okay.
इसमें दिखा जाएगा कि कौन सा नहीं ऐड हो रही, कौन सी नहीं हो रही। इसको रिमूव करेंगे तो यहाँ से
So, what is Axios and where did you use Axios in your projects?
Axios is a library used to fetch the sorry. HTML is a library used to fetch the details from the server. It's basically make the connection between the project and the server, with the help of which we can easily send the request, just like fetching data, updating data, and etc. Uh, I'm I had used it in the place of HTTP fetching servers, just like post requests, get requests, and other requests.
What is the difference between package.json and package.json?
Package.json basically contains all the details, even the sub-details of the sub-packages used inside it, just like the dependencies and the sub-dependencies. And package.json is used, and package.json can contain all the details or the metadata about the project, like its name, its details, and its sub-dependencies.
What is prop drilling?
Prop are the method which we use to pass the data. Just like if we want the grandchild of the parent, we want some data in the grandchild of the parent. So we can pass the data from the parent to the father, then to the child. So that's called prop drilling.
So, how do you overcome prop drilling?
We have several methods to overcome the prop drilling. First one is the context API, and second one is the Redux tool. Preferring that, I prefer mostly the Redux store, which is far more easier than the context API. and we can easily access any state or the data from anywhere inside our project with the help of the Redux tool and store it in the Redux tool.
Okay. What is the use callback function?
Use callback function is used to create some functions to a callback when we require. Callback function is basically the isolated functions which we can easily call back without the interference of other data or the separate variables.
Okay, what is the use context?
Use context. Sorry.
There's a difference between control and uncontrolled components.
Control components are basically with the state variables. When we implement this use state variable inside it, the form's data has been controlled by its components. But when we, if our components are the stateless components, then its default behavior is handled by the DOM manipulations. For get the reference or get the details of the form, we have used the use wrap for that.
What is the difference between control and control? What is SSR? Server side rendering.
Server-side rendering is the main feature of the React, which will help us to prevent the client to see our source code, which has helped us in more secure the project. Just like in our example, if we pass any functions like disabling the function of the button to secure our data to without filling the data, we can not press the button. Someone with the source code can easily bypass that function.
Mohit, what are the challenges you have faced during your projects and how you overcome it?
I have faced some challenges during my payment gateway implementation in the projects, which has been fixed by my seniors.
Okay. What are fragments?
Fragments are used to eliminate the nodes inside the React, just like it has been denoted by the React.fragment tags and shorthand tags. Basically, we use it to eliminate the extra elements, just like the div.
What is GSX?
JSX stands for the JavaScript XML page. With the help of JSX, we can easily implement the JavaScript inside our HTML pages just by eliminating the create child and append child and create element functions. Someone with small amount of JavaScript knowledge can easily use the JSX elements.
Okay. What are the concept of Redux? Like action, reducer, store? Explain.
Okay. Redux is basically the store which is separate from the React, but where you can easily use it in the React. React Redux has three main features, just like its store, its action, and reduces. In a store, we store all the variables or global states inside it. Actions are just the functions that that mention it how to we can change the state variables, and reducers take that function as a parameter and change the state inside the store. They are immutable. So when we try to change the state and the copy of the state has been created, then the new copy has been changed. So we can get the record of the state changes also.
What are the limitations of React.Js?
React.js are not more secure or more not type function based. Just like if we use the React.Js than the React.js, we can use it more securely. Just like if you want to fetch some details and we want to restrict it, or if someone can changes the detail, React.js can easily fetch it. But with the help of React.Js, we can easily restrict the data. If it matches our requirement, then we can accept it, otherwise we can reject it. Or there are more weaknesses of the React.js. Just like first, it is a library. It is not a full-fledged framework. So, if we want to use the other features like rendering and React routers, so we have to implement the third-party libraries for that.
Okay. What is React router?
React router is used to implement the changes of the components inside a single page.
सैलरी सैलरी से लेना ना अच्छा लगेगा बिना सैलरी
So we can easily change the pages and the components with the help of React Router DOM. It is basically a package, React Router DOM, which we can implement inside our React to get our desired routing inside our project.
हेलो हेलो बोलो
What is the certification?
नोटिस में
As I research about my field and as I'm experienced of 6 months, I am expecting 6 to 7 lakhs per annum.
हाँ ठीक बताओ तो बताओ फिर जल्दी से ठीक
Correct.